Top of the day, beautiful people. Let's start our conversation here. When talking about your inner safe space and finding a place that you feel safe within yourself for you to heal, for you to recoup and regroup, many of us go searching for that safety. We go searching for that feeling of safety, but I want to show you today that you become that safe space. You become that safe space for yourself. Essentially, you've been searching for safety in the wrong way and in the wrong place. Most people spend most of their lives seeking safety in some type of external venue. We look for a partner to protect us and to love us properly. We look for a job to validate us and to give us a sense of security. We use success as a means to make our pain worth it. But what if you weren't supposed to find safety in the world? What if the concept of safety in the world begins with how you feel within? Doesn't that make logical sense that how you feel about the environment that you're in is a reflection of how you feel internally? The thing is, when no one shows up for your inner child, you must become the one who finally does. And your inner safe space is the environment that you do that. So let's talk about why your emotional safety is non-negotiable. Why is it that you can't heal if you don't feel safe? Think about it. If you think about a hospital room or the surgery room or the OR, the operating room, it's very sterile, very clean. You wouldn't try to perform surgery in a non-sterile OR. You wouldn't plant seeds in dry, cracked soil. So why do we expect healing to happen while our nervous system is still in survival mode? Until your mind and your body believes it's safe to let go, you'll keep bracing for impact even when nothing is coming. Until your nervous system and your inner child has been convinced that it is okay, you'll keep waiting for the next shoe to drop even when everything is going good. The thing is, you don't unlearn that survival mode by force. You unlearn that survival mode by practicing and creating an environment within yourself that represents that you are safe, that you no longer have to worry about the pain or worry about the thing that you're hiding or running from. It's non-negotiable when it comes to healing that you must create an environment within yourself that is safe. And that's why we teach you this inner safe space and then introducing your inner child within that inner safe space. Why is that hard for some people though? Because real safety isn't just the absence of danger, it's the presence of acceptance. And if you have not actually accepted yourself and all the parts of yourself that you're going to be introducing into this safe space, then there is no safe space because the parts of you that you need to interact with in the safe space, you have not accepted yet. The other thing is for many people, if you've lived in chaos for most of your life, Kira, happy healing to you. Lady T, happy healing to you. Just Ruth, happy healing to you. Kimberly, happy healing to you. Brooklyn Girl Diaz, happy healing to you, and welcome to the conversation. So for if you grew up in an environment where chaos was your norm and chaos is how you've learned to survive and cope in chaos, then safety feels unfamiliar to you. Because having peace never lasted for you. Comfort came with conditions for you. Love had strings attached for you. So now even stillness, even calmness feels a little suspicious. And that's not a flaw. That's a sign that your inner child is still on high alert, waiting to see if this is something that is going to last. Or is this just another temporary sense of a fix or a temporary relief that you've become accustomed to giving yourself? I want to root this conversation in a principle that I teach my clients often. And that principle is there's an unspoken agreement between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. That unspoken agreement is based on a concept that I'll explain to you with the analogy of a computer. Your conscious mind, where you do your daily operations, where you remember the things that you need to utilize for you to function daily, will reference your conscious mind as your desktop. The desktop on your computer is designed for the place where you keep the files that you're constantly interacting with, so you don't have to go searching for them through multiple folders. Your subconscious mind functions and operates like the hard drive. Your hard drive is where you store the files and the operational processes that would interrupt your daily tasks. If all the things that happen on your hard drive, on your computer hard drive, if all those things were happening on your monitor, you would not be able to get any work done. So a lot of the operational parts of your daily functioning happens on your hard drive. That is what we would consider your subconscious mind. Now, your mind is constantly working to protect you, whether you realize it or not. This unspoken agreement between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind works as such. The desktop, the conscious mind, is where your focus lives, where your attention lives, where your decision making lives. This is where all of your day-to-day task is happening. The subconscious mind, your hard drive, is running your background programs, is storing everything you've ever experienced and filtering what is important enough to keep, what do we need to dismiss, and what is too much for the conscious mind to handle. Essentially, what your computer is doing is determining, what do I need to keep on the monitor? What alerts do I need to put on the monitor that are going to help you to complete your daily functions for today? And what do I need to remove so it's not a distraction? But on a deeper level, there is this: whatever the conscious mind cannot handle, the subconscious mind removes. In essence, the subconscious mind says, I'll keep you functioning and I'll hide these things or these experiences that would otherwise break you. I'll take away the things that you can't handle, the things that you don't fully understand, the things that you can't process, so that you can do your daily tasks. So that's what the subconscious mind does with trauma. It files it away. It suppresses the memory. It locks up the emotional response, because if you had to fully feel it while trying to go through your day-to-day, you would crash. This is why people can go years without remembering certain events from their past. This is why many of us, whenever we start doing this work, We are remembering things that we didn't even know happened to us, but as we're remembering them, we know that they are real. We know that they are our memories. We just don't remember holding on to those memories. That's because your conscious mind was not allowed to interact with those memories because the subconscious mind was doing what? Protecting you. Listen to this carefully, and this will give you an aha moment. This is also why your triggers feel like ambushes. Sometimes it feels like your trigger is your subconscious mind trying to dump out the trash bin without your warning. But the reason this is happening, watch now, your subconscious mind removed the traumatic event from your conscious mind to protect you. So, in the moment that a current event reminds the subconscious mind or alerts the subconscious mind that this current event looks like this previous thing that happened to us, the subconscious mind responds to the current event without consulting the conscious mind. Why? Your conscious mind is not even aware of the event that your subconscious mind is responding to. This again is why oftentimes when we go off or when we lose our cool or when we flip out, we don't fully understand why that reaction was so over the top, not consciously. That's why it's considered you flipping out. Because in your consciousness, you are not in control of the action or you're not fully aware of the why. Kohn says, so how do we break the cycle? Kohn, that is a great question. The first thing we need to do to break this cycle is to have patience enough to fully understand what's happening so that when I give you the solution, you understand the mechanics of how this solution can be applied to the problem. So if you hold a little bit, give a little bit of patience, not only will I direct you to an entire program that we've developed, a 12-week process that we've developed to help you learn this healing method, but also I'm going to give you some more information that'll make that understanding a little bit easier for you. All right, so let's keep building and we'll get to some of those in just here a bit. So when you think of how your triggers operate and then you think of this unwritten agreement between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, it gives you some clarity into why we do the things that we do, why we function the way that we function, because that unspoken agreement isn't broken. The problem that you're experiencing right now is that unspoken agreement is outdated. But you have not signaled to your subconscious mind that you are ready. So Kohn, to your question, the first step to undoing or how do you break this cycle is by signaling to the subconscious mind that you are ready to receive the incidents and experiences that the subconscious mind has been holding for you. And the way that you do that is by picking up tools. Once you start doing certain practices, once you start doing visualization, once you start doing these certain things in your conscious mind, once you're consciously doing things that are healthy mentally, once you're consciously doing things that signals to your subconscious mind, things like what, coach? I start meditating. I start working on developing my inner safe space. Right now, this week, we're working on introducing your inner child into your inner safe space in the Trauma to Triumph Healing Challenge. Many of our clients are having this exact experience that by creating their inner safe space, by simply creating the inner safe space, they are signaling to their subconscious mind that they are ready to receive those experiences that the subconscious mind has been holding. So right now, many of our clients are going, coach, all of these memories are flooding back into my life. That is what's happening. The subconscious mind is watching you consciously do these exercises. The subconscious mind is watching you consciously learn these different tools and resources. And the subconscious mind is going, the student is ready. The teacher will start teaching. Ken says, how do you create your inner safe space? So, Ken, the inner safe space is an activity that we teach in our Trauma to Triumph Healing Challenge. I'll introduce it to you here, but there's a lot more to it that you will definitely need some more context, and especially the information that we have in our workbook that we ship you as you enroll in the challenge, okay? So essentially what your inner safe space is, and I'll give you all the best simplified example. Some people have a place where they physically retreat to whenever they need to regroup, whenever they need to ground themselves, whenever they need to settle themselves. For some of you, if your job is a stress factor for your life, you might find that place in your car. So you go to your car, and that's where you kind of find yourself to release, to let go of the stress of the job, regroup. That's your safe space. For many people, your physical safe space is your bedroom. When you need to escape from the world and get away from the world and get into your thoughts and really settle your thoughts, you go to your bedroom. Whatever that physical place is, I teach my clients to create that feeling of safety internally through these different exercises of visualizations that we teach you through the Trauma to Triumph Healing Challenge. And by creating that inner safe space, because there is a lot of information that goes into it, you're creating a space that is void of everybody else's opinion. You're creating a space that is filled with compassion, that is filled with love. What you're looking for as you're doing the visualization that we teach you is the feeling of safety. Okay, but that's how you do it. You're mimicking what would be a physical safe space in your mind through these series of visualization exercises that we teach you. So the point that I'm making with this unspoken agreement between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind is the unspoken agreement isn't broken. It's in fact working exactly how it's supposed to. The reason why you don't remember all of these experiences that happened to you is because you have not done any work to signal to your subconscious mind that I am more ready today than I was when you had to take those things away from me. If you're not doing anything to signal to your subconscious mind, if you're not doing any meditative work, which is what these exercises are, if you're not doing any inner safe space work, if you're not doing any reflection, if you're not doing any of those things that indicate that I am strengthening my conscious mind to handle the things that I may not have been able to handle in my past, your subconscious mind does not process and start giving you those memories back. And if you can't recollect the things that have happened to you, you cannot heal what you cannot. Let me say it to you in the way that I like to say it. It's more, I forget the word that I want to use, but you cannot heal what is not revealed. That's why you got to do the work. That's why if you came, and this is why we teach you the Trauma to Triumph healing method. We teach it to you because if you came here and I walked you through a process to help you work through some experience from your past that has been holding you captive, you wouldn't have actually learned the method. I would have worked the method on you to get you a result. But we teach it to you because by you learning this method, it is a part of the process of you signaling to your subconscious mind that I am ready. So again, the unspoken agreement between your subconscious mind and your conscious mind is working exactly how it's supposed to when you don't remember a lot of things from your childhood. That's what it's supposed to do because it's protecting you. And that unspoken agreement isn't broken. It just may be outdated because you have not started doing the work to signal to the subconscious mind that I'm ready because the pain is still there. But when you start doing the work, you signal to your subconscious mind, I'm strong enough to process it now. And only your subconscious mind can receive that signal and start bringing those memories back to you. In essence, emotional safety tells your subconscious mind that it is okay and you don't have to protect me from this specific thing anymore. It is okay. I am ready to do the work of seeing the parts of me that have been operating outside of my consciousness. If you wonder why your behavior patterns and your thought patterns don't align with your dreams, your passions, your desires, and your goals, it's because your behavior patterns and your thought patterns come out of your subconscious mind. And guess what lives in your subconscious mind? All of the trauma that you are not consciously ready to deal with. So your behavior patterns and your thought patterns are a reflection of the version of you that went through your trauma, not the version of you that holds your dreams, your visions, your aspirations today. That's the disconnect. That's the inner conflict that many of us struggle with our entire lives. But through this method of the trauma to triumph healing method, you get to go straight to the root. You stop wasting time on trying to find temporary relief of the pain, and you get straight to the wound that is producing the pain. That's why the safe space matters. Because it signals to the part of you that's holding on that you're not in danger anymore. And once your nervous system feels that, that's when your inner child is revealed. That's when those memories are revealed to you. That's when the work actually starts. You spent most of your life trying to find the right relationship, the right timing, the right condition to finally feel okay. But what if things you were looking for, what if all the things that you've been looking for in other people, all the things that you've been looking for in relationships, in achievements, in material possessions, what if all of those things are right here and they've always been right here? What if you are the hero that you have been waiting for? What if healing doesn't start when the pain stops, but when you stop running and you start listening to that pain and you start listening to your emotions as information instead of instructions? That's what the Trauma to Triumph Challenge is all about. It's not surface level healing. It's not spiritual bypassing, but it's real work that helps you to feel safe being you again. I want to invite all of you that this week is the last week to join the April's Challenge. If you're hearing this message on YouTube or any other platform, we run this challenge 4 times a year. So no matter when you're hearing this message, you can always go to the description in the link tree of this video, or you can go to our website at happyhealing.com. That's happyhealing.com, and look for the Trauma to Triumph Healing Challenge. And you will always be able to enroll in an upcoming challenge, or if the current challenge is within the first 6 weeks, you can still enroll. So if you're listening today, this is week 5. Enrollment is still open for this current challenge, and you can still use the promo code FIRMDECISION2025. Again, that's FIRMDECISION2025 to join the April cohort today. Spots are filling up fast. Again, this is the last week where you will be able to join the April's Challenge. I look forward to working with you and aiding you on your journey to healing your inner child. For those of you joining us on YouTube, thank you for being a part of this very important and meaningful conversation. We will continue this series with a final episode tomorrow in the Trauma to Triumph workshop. I love you all. Again, please do like and subscribe to the page, as well as turn on your notification bell so you're notified whenever we release new content. As always, happy healing.